Okay, because we parked up there and then we don't know where the hell we're going. Right up there? So we got lost and we ended up having to ask a local on which way to go for the trails. So as you can see here, we're just kind of way back to where we started. So we got ourselves turned around and now we're heading out here. As you'll see on the right side here, War Fire Department. What that means is we are in the town of War. Just a little tidbit for you. So we finally reached the end of the pavement. This is the Warrior Trail System, Trail 16. Let's get to it. Just a disclaimer here. The whole time that we were riding here, we had the music blaring and we were jamming out. So, you know how YouTube doesn't like copyrighted music being played. So I'm having to put other music in place of that music. So I apologize for that in advance. up every now and again. Yep, I agree. So up ahead here, you're going to see, I do believe this is the first time that we saw other people on the trail. For some reason, it was July, and this is the first time that we saw other people actually on the trail. I thought it was going to be a lot more crowded than this, but in the middle of July, it wasn't. This one. So at this point during the day, we were getting a little parched, and we figured we'd try to go get some gas and find some refreshments. And we happened to come across this gas station. So we're going to go ahead and fill up on both gas and refreshments. So the problem here is you're probably going to notice a lot of fast forwarding and just kind of zipping through things. We covered a lot of ground, and we were actually, me and my dad were singing along to many of the songs, and so we had the music cranked. YouTube doesn't really like that, so I can't really play the sounds from the vehicle because of the copyright stuff. So just a note there for you. Okay, so we are clean off the screen here. We're at this lookout area up top of this hill at the Warrior Trails. Supposedly this lookout up here. We're gonna check that out. Can't really tell, I guess, on the screen. Let's take a picture. Okay, so I don't know if we can even see anything, but there's the lookout. Alright, we're gonna walk back to the buggy. So you really can't tell from this video. It doesn't do the view justice. It was a very awesome, spectacular view. And I do believe that, I don't know the exact height above sea level, but we were up pretty high. So that view was pretty awesome. Sounds like somebody's coming. Okay, so up ahead here, as you can see, the trails are getting a little bit more busy. And up ahead here, we're running into a group of people that are kind of lost. And if you look closely, the razor that is right in front of us right now is the exact same razor that I have. Exact same colors and everything. I don't think he had the ride command, though. I have the ride command. So we stop and talk to these folks for a couple minutes.
Y'all come that way. Let's down that way.
What's that other town? Gary. I got a map, that's it.
I ain't been up here, man.
Nice buggy.
Well, I'm curious too. We've been up here in a while when I was in.
I'll show you. I've been looking at it. We are about in this area right here. Probably right here. And this is where we came from. All the way down in War. We stopped off here. They got a nice Exxon and stuff there and some food and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you guys heading?
So I was heading towards Coalwood.
Kimball, Welch, City of War. Indian Trail, we were on there yesterday. Pocahontas, we were there yesterday. I don't see Cole. Bramwell, Coalwood.
Oh, it's like an extremely. I bet it ain't even on the map.
Mullins,
Small town. Yeah, very small.
Pineville. Yeah, I love these things. I kept blowing my holes in my bighorns.
Well, Gary's that way.
Oh yeah, here I got an extra map.
Yeah, man, guys, that's cool, y'all.
It's not. It's from Pocahontas, but
Yeah.
I think it has.
Yeah, I think it has all the maps on.
I think it still has. There's Warrior. There's Pinnacle Creek. Yeah, there's Warrior right there. Oh, this is one we're on right now.
Okay.
You can have that.
Cooler's got ice water in it.
What's that?
So my cooler's just got water in it. We got the same thing.
Oh, you got the ride command too. What year is yours?
17.
So this is.
I think the blue and green, this color scheme only come in the Rock Command, I
Is
think.
that what it was? I wanted red, but they were like, no, we ain't got red with ride command. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, well, whatever.
It helps when we get lost like this, I can at least backtrack.
Yeah. When we were in Pocahontas, all the trails are labeled.
Yeah.
Pocahontas and Warrior Ridge or Indian Ridge, or all the trails are labeled. This isn't though. I don't know why.
I think this is the actual road by what it looked like.
Man, dude, I appreciate it.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Where we're at.
You ain't got no cell phone reception. You can't use your GPS. So, as with anything in life, it's always a great thing to stop and help your fellow riders. If you see them, alongside the trail or something like that, always stop and ask to see if they need help. In this case, these guys were just kind of lost, so we had a spare map. We had gotten one the first day, and then we got another one the second day, so we gave them one of our spare maps. My Razor has a GPS in it, so that is kind of what we were using, so we really didn't need the map. But we still, as you saw in this video, kept getting lost. So anyway, the main point is to always help somebody out on the trail if they need it. So it's always good to try and let people go by you. Usually, whenever people see you on the trail, they'll give you a signal on how many people are behind them. Just a hand signal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. If you make a solid fist, that generally means there's nobody else behind you. I always like to watch the other buggies go by just to see what everybody else is riding. As you saw here, like I said earlier, the trails are starting to get a little bit more busy today. So at this point, we're coming down from the mountain, so to speak, and we're going to try and find something to eat. So as you'll see down here, this trail runs right out onto the road. It looks like there's some kind of school or something down here. I'm not sure what it was, but we're going to continue down the road and into the small town that's nearby, and we're going to see if we can find anything to eat and probably fill up at gas again, just to make sure we have enough fuel for the rest of the trip. So, guess gas station food it is. Surprisingly, there were supposed to be other restaurants and stuff like that, but we really couldn't seem to find any, so this place will do. So, surprise, surprise, we got lost again. We got out on this road and we ended up doing like 15 miles of traveling on the road, and I think we were just trying to find the trails again. As you can see, we settled for gas station food, but if you look at this video, we passed like a McDonald's, a KFC, and everything else afterwards. So if we would have just went a little bit further, we would have found something a little bit better than gas station food. So we're going to come up to this railroad crossing. We're going to go across there.
Look at that. That's I didn't see that.
Yeah, you were looking the other way. I was like, hey, and you're like, what?
So I do believe I lost some of the clips here. I thought there was more footage of us going back through the woods, but apparently not. This clip here, and I cut it way down, is us on our way back to the truck. And we got severely lost, so we spent quite a bit of time right here trying to get back to the truck. Here we are turning around because we got lost again. Anyway, all in all, Hatfield McCoy trails were pretty awesome. I wish the trails were labeled a little bit better, or I guess it would have helped if the trailheads were open and we could have talked to somebody and they could have explained, hey, this is how you navigate through the trails. But for some reason, and I think it was due to COVID because it was 2020, all the trailheads were closed, so we really weren't able to communicate with anybody. Also, there was footage of us going to a restaurant at some point, but I'm not sure that I included that in here. I couldn't find the footage. Again, Hatfield McCoy trails are awesome. They're good riding, they're fun riding, and it's definitely a thing to try. I would definitely go back again. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. This is Kevin from Cutting Edge Craftsman. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.